Hey there, I'm Erica Campbell.
And I'm Tina Campbell.
And we are Mary Mary.
And you're watching
Gospel Goodies TV.
Gospel Goodies.
Gospel Goodies. Gospel Goodies.
This is Gospel Goodies.
Ziplining was a great moment. Ziplining in New Zealand.
That's like kind of fresh, though.
Yeah, like I don't think we appreciate God's earth enough. And we had to take a helicopter over from the main island. And it was so beautiful. And to be kind of free in the air, it was something new that I had never done before, not on that scale. And so that was pretty memorable. That was pretty memorable for me.
I think for me, there's a lot of moments that we've had.
And of course, having my whole baby on TV.
The girl had the whole baby. The girl pushed the baby out on TV. How about that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I think a lot of the moments with us laughing and having fun.
Yeah. Sister's trip from season 1.
We have so much fun in our family, but I think my wedding, renewing my vows, was probably the most memorable moment.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I just renewed my vows on my own TV reality show. This is
come on, Lord.
Like, the devil tried to destroy my marriage, and God just put it back together on the show next season. That was pretty amazing.
He tried to break it in the dark, and God blessed it publicly. Come on, Jesus and the light.
Is that all right?
Yes. Our drive in the start was just music, just excited about the journey, not really knowing what it was going to be, trying to be our best. I look back at some performances and I'm like, we look so corny, so goofy, but like,
so hard.
But I hear other people go, oh my God, you let me know that it was okay to be cool and love Jesus, that I could look how you guys look and still be fresh like that. I feel like, wow, we were able to do that. But as we grew, I learned more about me. I learned to trust God. I learned that it is not easy to do this. There was many days we'd be in a hotel and we'd be like, I just want to go home. And you're trying to call your cousins and nobody answers the phone, or birthday parties and you're missing
pictures you ain't in them.
Yeah, like that's the hard stuff that people don't understand. Traveling with kids, At first we were traveling, both had one, and then we were traveling with 2, so it was 4 kids on the road. We're like, okay, all right, something gotta give.
Then we had to leave 4 at home.
And it was not easy, but to whom much is given, much is required. God kept opening these doors, and it was clearly God. It wasn't, and so it's like, all right, Lord, you're gonna have to give me some extra peace, some extra money, some extra love and understanding to handle all of this. And I feel like He did just that.
Yeah, this journey it's been quite an amazing one. We didn't fully understand the magnitude of this responsibility when we had first become artists. We didn't understand. You are hands down representatives of Jesus Christ. Some people don't know God, and the only way they're going to get to know God is through you. We didn't fully get that. We didn't fully understand that, like, living big and bold for God was the main thing. Not the Grammys, not the charts, not the sales, not none of that stuff. We got caught up in some of that along the way. I don't think it was ever our intent to be about that, but sometimes in trying to make sure you're taking care of your business and you're making good decisions, you focus on the business becomes a priority, and then God is on the back burner. Well, the wonderful thing about right now, the wonderful thing about evolution, the wonderful thing about growth and experience and maturity is you get to learn. You get to learn that I didn't have the right. I didn't take all the. I don't know if I made all of the right choices on my path, but I thank God for bringing me to a point where I understand that the main thing is Him. The win is Him. The goal is Him. The job, let everybody know about Him. Do that as fresh and as excellent and as amazing as you possibly can, and whatever comes of it, to God be the glory. So that's what we've learned. I don't know if we fully understood that. I don't, when we first started, but now we understand the magnitude of this responsibility. We understand, like, man, like we've been picked by God. Like, you go out there and represent people for me. What's fresher than that? I don't have no better. There's no better boss. There's no better job. So we're like completely honored that God picked us and allowed us to still be here, making all of our mistakes publicly and all of that, but we still have a platform to even show people that and help them learn from their mistakes like we're learning, and continue to grow and spread the good news across the entire world. So I think we've learned that. We didn't know that when we started, but we know that now, and we're excited about it, and we're making sure that we do God justice with the job that He's given us and the microphone that He's given us and all that stuff. You see a pretty big breakdown from me this season. I don't think you've ever seen me break down this way. You break it down?
Yeah, and it was like for real. They just happened to be in there. had a big concert. We lost the venue. It was raining. I didn't know if I was going to be able to transfer. I had flown all these gospel artists in to be a part of this big concert. And I did
that concert.
Yeah, Brooklyn. And I didn't know. I literally didn't know if I was going to have a venue at 4 o'clock, and the concert was at 7.
With 9 artists in town waiting for.
I'm trying to be, we promote it. It was just so many things, and I just literally was in my room like, I'm always trying to be positive. I work for you. God, I work for you. And I think a lot of people don't understand that many gospel artists, when we go through, that's how we feel. God, I work for you. I'm not supposed to go through this. But we still get discouraged. We still get disappointed. We still get sad. We still make mistakes and go, you feel bad about it, but you have to keep going. And for us, I feel like all of our songs, whether it's Can't Give Up Now or In the Morning You'll Be All Right, I cried my last 2 yesterday, they always speak to when we're going through. I'm like, Lord, you're kind of funny in that way. But yes, we get discouraged. But God is always there to remind us, I fixed that, I restored that, I repaired that, I did that. And so you go, if you did it before, like Ty Tribbett said, I believe you can do it again.
Absolutely. I think these days, I spend less time being discouraged because I gave too much time to discouragement for most of my life. I probably did the greatest discouragement of anybody in our family. Yeah. Just when I was down, I was down. And I stayed down so long and so hard and was so depressed. Not really depressed, but just heavy. And I would complain a lot and consider whatever could make you worried. I decided to take it and be worried. I'm so sick of that life. I ain't getting down like that no more. So I encourage myself a lot quicker. I tell myself to turn around. That same guy that you thought wasn't going to be there, that's always been there, he right there. Pick it on up. Like you spent too much time doing this in the past. So I'm grateful to God that I don't spend a lot of time breaking down because I did it too hard and too long in the past. Yeah. So we not doing that no more.
There's a scripture that I literally read today. I believe it's John 16:33. It says, in this life you will have trouble.
Come on.
But thanks be unto God who's given us the victory. So it's not saying that we won't have issues, but it's saying that God already gave you the victory. So you should go through different. I shouldn't have to get on Prozac. I shouldn't have to pick up the bottle. I shouldn't have to hit nothing to calm me down. I should be able to trust that the victory is coming.
Yeah. Victory belongs to Jesus. Didn't Todd Delaney say that?
That's what he told us.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you. We appreciate you. We had to become solo artists. We had to separate from Mary Mary to understand that.
And respect what each other brought to the table.
I mean, I didn't respect the girl at all, and I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
I was like, shut up. I didn't care about her opinion. I was just insensitive. I was just like, dog, I'd have been left this group if I was in the group with me. I didn't even realize that I was so unreasonable and so challenging. And then you separate, and then you like this.
Uncle Charles told me to stick with you. Stick with your sister. I know she get on your nerves.
Thank you. When nobody else had been in this group with me, I was a nut, just crazy. And what happens is, we take our family for granted a lot. I separate from Erica. This girl could do everything that she was doing with me by herself twice. She don't need me. I ain't smarter. I ain't better. I'm not necessary in her life or any of that.
But I think we both learned who we were as individuals. Like you sometimes you could talk a big game, but when you actually do it by yourself, you go,
yeah, like she don't need me to make her decisions. She know how to make them. She got it.
It didn't help that the first song that I put out, I seen this comment so much it just broke my little spirit. The song was called Need a Little More Jesus. You know what they said? No, baby, you need a little more Tina. So
they were saying that?
Oh, yes, it was she's a singer anyway. You was just the cute one.
Who said? Somebody said that?
Many comments. And I just kept going.
People are just ignorant.
I just kept going and kept going and kept going. And I learned my own strength. And I learned that we are great together, but I'm great by myself too, and that gives you a different confidence. So when we do come together, it makes us better, but it has to start with us respecting each other.
And you know what? Sometimes we needed to separate to realize the God in us.
Yeah.
The God in her didn't need the God in me. The God in her was enough. Her relationship with God, him and her is enough. He don't need me. And the same thing with me and her.
And the enemy will trick you that way.
Yep.
A lot of family groups, family businesses, they don't know how to separate it. When you don't respect, the enemy gets in. He manipulates something that could be really, really great. I feel sad when I see groups that I love, and I go, "Why y'all not together?" And you can see that it was something dumb that happened because nobody has to. I was like, y'all never forgave each other for that argument that happened 22 years ago.
22 years ago.
I'm like, I'm not doing that because I don't want to feel funny at a birthday party or Thanksgiving. And if I'm still, because I could kind of hold my anger a little longer than Tina can. And she'll
I'm
call me
getting over
3-4 days. She'll be like, "You still mad?" I'm like,
and then I have to
give me some time.
I got to call the other sisters and say, y'all know she ignorant over there holding a grudge and stuff. Like, we sitting up here trying to have family function, and you coming in, you ain't laughing at none of the jokes. Now, you know you feel stupid because you know this is fun, and you want to have some fun. Like, get over it.
Right.
So, you know, in separating, we did learn how to respect each other. We did learn how to value each other. And then we started to see the beauty and the blessing in Mary. When we were together, we saw it as a burden. When we separated, we was like, this thing is wonderful.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was wonderful to separate, to see that, and to find our own way. And then,
and to see how God still allowed, and you'll see it in the season, God still allowed us to travel the world in a season where everybody's ironically saying, "Ooh, when they gonna get back to Mary?" Y'all do know we just performed in Nairobi, Kenya, Israel, and Manchester. We look like we're together to me.
look like we're together, right? Right.
But it's all good.
Yeah. Mary the show is coming to an end. Mary the group will be here.
Absolutely.
So keep your eyes open for us.